This isn't going to be one of those channels where I'm going to sit here and tell you to like, subscribe. This is more so just to serve as inspiration for people who were just like me or just like me and haven't really taken that first step into starting that business or starting that career. And I want this video and this channel as well to serve as hope. Hope that, if you take the risk, take the chance, take the leap, that things can work out for you in the long run. And the whole point of this is to document that process. I want to give you guys the real and raw, honest behind the scenes work of what it really takes to scale a business, not just to 10K a month, not just to 30K a month, not even 50K a month. I want you guys to see the full raw action from beginning to finish with my agency. And hopefully this serves as a good market inspiration for those who still haven't taken that first action step yet and started that business. So to give you guys, I guess, a little bit on who I am, um, I wasn't always an entrepreneur. Back in, I want to say it was 2020, I got my first full-time corporate job, and my family had, I guess family and friends had treated me like I made it. And I was very happy, which it is a big accomplishment. And this is to knock anyone who is in the corporate life. But I more so did it just to feel like I was somebody, just to feel like I was doing something with my life. However, when I did that job for a few years, I felt myself getting old. I felt myself already at 21 years old working a full-time job, feeling like I was just another person doing a 9 to 5, and I wasn't really special. Um, and I just, for some reason, I had this itching and burning dreams and thoughts that like there has to be more to life. Like there just has to be more. Waking up, going to work 6 days a week. I didn't get a weekend off till every month and a half. Like this just can't be all there is that there is to life. So after realizing that, I was like, okay, I want to be rich. Like I want to make money. I want to do something that's different. Like I want to retire my mother. I want the woman of my dreams. I want that person to not have to worry about working a job. I want them to have a choice. I just want to give. I was like, I just want to give the people around me a choice, and that choice is to rather or not they have to work. They can choose the life that they want for themselves. I want to be the one to do that because no one in my family has. So somebody's got to do the work. And I thought, why not me? Why can't that be me? And that's what this whole channel is going to be about, documenting the journey of just my life and doing the things that I say I'm going to do for my family and friends, because that's what matters the most. Making an impact and being important as a man and taking care of your duties as a man is how you find that happiness instead of searching for it. So anyways, to get back on track, I ended up quitting that full-time corporate job to be an entrepreneur, and it was honestly a scary thing. I remember walking into the boss's office and being like, "Yo, I found this new thing online, and there's people on there who's making 50K, 100K a month, some of them even like $500,000 a month." And I remember the boss looking at me and like, "Hey, you got a full-time career here. You have, a pension that you can get. There's a whole life ahead of you that you don't even know. The type of money you can have, quote unquote, if you stay with this job for 60 years." And I remember him saying to me, I have saved up in a pension like $400,000 in my pension. And that's a lot of money when you retire. I'm just thinking, like, the whole time ahead, with all due respect, there's people making that in a month. There's people making what you've saved your entire life's worth in a month. And obviously, there's levels to the stuff. And again, it's not to knock anybody, but you get one spin at life. Why settle for anything less when you know you can achieve that and do a lot more than just what everybody else is doing? So, anyways, I quit the job and I got a lot of backlash, actually. I won't dive too deep into that part just yet, but I don't really speak to many people anymore after I left the corporate job. I don't think they really seem to care about what I have going on anymore, which is fine. But it just goes to show that these jobs don't care about you. No one's going to care about you, but yourself. You got to take care of yourself first and your family first, because these jobs don't care about you. Moral of the story. But anyways, I poked around, I left, and I started this whole entrepreneur journey thing. And to be honest, things have been up and down. It wasn't easy. I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. I left my small hometown. It was in the Quad Cities, Rock Island, Illinois. If you ever look up Rock Island, Illinois, that's where I'm from. It's a small little town where everybody's pretty much a lot of small minds there, but there are some bright minds. But you got to find the right crowd and stick around those people. But it's a small town, and I ended up leaving in 2022, I believe, and I moved to Tampa, Florida. When I moved to Tampa, I literally had no money. Like I think I had maybe $500 in the bank, and I was completely lost. I had just started this new SMMA marketing thing I found on YouTube. I clicked on the ad, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I pretty much took a leap of faith and came here with no money, no connections, no nothing. I even shared a one-bedroom apartment with my roommate at the time and slept on the couch the entire lease period. It was rough. And then I guess to get my feet wet and to fast forward things to now, I when I first moved here, I was literally lost. Um, I was at the time driving Uber just to scrape some cash. I had no idea what I was doing. And the company I had left the job for, it didn't start off right on the right path. It wasn't working out, things weren't clicking. I had a client, didn't get good results, so I got discouraged and I pretty much gave up when I moved to Tampa, and I moved here with hopes to finding a new career path. And I ended up getting into a life insurance sales job to where we'd sell life and health insurance, and that's kind of what brought me back on my feet, so I didn't have to go back out in the Uber streets to get some cash. Didn't have to do that anymore. But things worked out well in there, and I could have made I guess, a living off of that. But it just, for me personally, it still wasn't enough. I wanted to be my own boss. I didn't like the idea of somebody else telling me what to do, or another company or corporation having control over my money. So fast forward to now, to where I started building my SMA agency, and things again have been great, but things have also not worked out the greatest either. And I guess to circle back to the whole point of this channel is I just want to start just documenting what it's actually like. What it feels to have some wins, but also what it's like to have some losses. I've scaled just shy of 10K a month on my SMMA agency, but then churn happens. You end up losing clients for things that sometimes are out of your control. So I want to just start documenting, giving guys the real raw footage in hopes that this sparks inspiration of people who are maybe stuck in that mindset of, I want to start my own thing, I want to do my own thing, but I just don't have the courage to leave my past life or this corporate life behind me. So yeah, here it is, guys. Raw, unedited. I don't have too many fancy things. As you see, I'm using this is a, I think, $20 microphone. Nothing crazy. But yeah, here I am. So if you want to stick around for the journey, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. But I just want to give you guys just the raw truth, and hopefully you do find some inspiration for this. But thank you guys. And just to make things clear, I'm no better than you. I'm no greater than you. I'm just one person putting one foot in front of the other. Okay. Stay locked in.